to be for next 1 month or so.
Mm-hmm.
However, the way it was, the weather yesterday, it was so hot for December. I never expected this. It is the end of December, nearly the end, the 28th today. And it was so, so hot yesterday. The sun had so much of heat. I couldn't expect that. I couldn't believe it. I think it is going to be the hottest December ever recorded, you know,
Oh my
really.
God.
Mm, this is so difficult. And I don't know when the winter will finally come here because it's still not that cold. This is
Mm,
strange. No, I don't remember December to be this way.
that's crazy. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think climate change is going worse every year.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly. It's convincing it's real.
hmm,
It's just unbelievable.
yeah.
I remember the end of December. Oh, how beautiful. And your photos. Oh, yesterday you shared. Really nice.
Yeah.
Really good photos. I always say festivals are a great way, for family to be together. There's no meaning of festivals if family members are not together, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because everybody is busy on other days, most days with their own work. Like, who knows? Tomorrow, you guys will. I don't know how likely it is that you guys will be together like this. Because when you are in another country, and it is likely now, Alejandro and Noelia, that when you guys are grown up, you could be in another country, married to somebody from another place, and then it'll be very, very difficult for all of you to be together like this.
Yeah.
Abs- And so, whatever time we have together as family, we should definitely celebrate festivals this way.
Yeah.
Hmm. Simple and continuous. That's what we are studying. I hope I've detected in the group. Let's see. Simple and continuous. It's Sarah's first day in a new job. Listen to Josh talking to her about the people in the picture. What are their names? What are their jobs? 3.5.
3.5. First day in a new job.
Gosh, I don't know anybody. Can you help me? Who are all these people?
Well, let's see. That's Nigel. He's sitting at the top of the table reading a report or something.
He's the one wearing the bright blue tie, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And what does he do?
He's the CEO, the man in charge. He runs the show.
The big boss, in other words.
Some days he shouts a lot, but he listens as well. Then there's Edward. He's wearing a light grey suit. He's standing in front of the window chatting to Helena. Edward's the sales director. He's going to China soon. He's charming. He always has a nice word to say to everyone. Helena's drinking a coffee. She's wearing a lovely green jacket and cream silk scarf. She always dresses beautifully.
I can see that. And Helena is the...
Helena's the accountant. Money, money, money. Very bright, very quick.
Okay. And who's that sitting down, talking on her phone?
In the pink jumper.
Yeah.
That's Jenny, the human resources manager, HR manager. She looks after all the personnel. She's a sweetheart. Everyone loves her. Then opposite her is Matthew. He's the IT manager. He's only working here for a few months. He's from our New York office. I don't really know him very well.
Is he the guy working on his laptop in the striped shirt?
That's him. Striped shirt, no tie. He knows everything about technology. He's preparing to give a presentation. And finally, that's Christina, standing behind Nigel. She's his PA.
Sorry, who was that?
Christina, behind Nigel. She's his personal assistant. She organises his diary and the whole of his life, actually. But she helps us too. We couldn't cope without her. She runs the whole place. Can you see the huge dangly earrings she's wearing? She always wears interesting earrings. It's her thing.
Good for her. Right, thanks, Josh. I hope I can remember all that.
Well, they're a very nice crowd. Well, let me introduce you. Hey, everyone. This is Sarah, our new marketing manager.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah.
That was nice. So, Nigel is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, the big boss, in other words. Matthew
E-
is,
Information Technology IT Manager.
yes, he's wearing the striped shirt, right? And he's working on the computer. He's sitting opposite Jenny and Edward.
B.
Edward
the
is
sales
the
director.
man, yes, standing near the window talking to the beautiful lady, Helena. Yeah, what does he do, Edward? He's
Sales
the
director.
sales director, right? And Helena is the beautiful lady in the green
Yeah,
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah, and
The
she's
scarf.
green, beautiful green scarf, and she's very bright, very quick.
She's the accountant.
She's the accountant, right? And then we have Christina, the lady who takes care of the big boss, CEO Nigel.
She's
Christina
personal
is
assistant.
his
Personal
personal
assistant.
assistant. She does not only organize his diary, she organizes all his
Life.
life, actually.
Both life.
I love that life. And then we have Jenny, the sweet lady in the pink top on the phone. She's the human resources manager, HR manager. And she's a sweetheart. Everybody likes her. Look, when we choose a job which suits our personality type, life gets easier. Look at the three ladies here. They have different personalities. I'm pretty sure, this girl, Christina, she's more like, I would say she has some traditional motherly instincts more than the other two that helps, take care of somebody. So if she's a very caring personal assistant who does not only organize her boss's diary, but also his life, she has to have those, instincts, motherly instincts. It definitely helps. And then we have Helena here, the accountant, a bright lady, quick, and smart and all, good with numbers. On the other hand, Jenny has to have a psychological, understanding of of human beings and how people feel and react and everything. So some people are like that, more understanding, this comes naturally to them. So if you choose your job according to your personality, life is easier. Now, just think if their jobs are switched, even if they are very much educated in those fields, still their personalities may not match. Sometimes we don't take into account our personality when we are choosing our career. We just think about what is going to bring us more money or what is more trendy as a job, what is going to get us more social respect and prestige. Well, these things are important, no doubt, but it is also important to understand what jobs will suit our personality better, what jobs will get the best out of us. Alejandro, you like music, don't you?
Yes, I like music.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
but
general, I like music.
do you see yourself enjoying the job of a DJ?
Now, of a DJ, now maybe more like a maybe more singer.
Okay, but not a DJ because yes, go on.
No, DJ. I am not good at like choosing the music and yeah, just just choose what I prefer, not what everybody likes. So and I don't actually know the mood of everyone when being in a party or something like that. Like
So
it's not my thing.
imagine you
Yeah.
becoming a singer, all right?
Hmm.
Imagine you becoming a singer. Now, what would you prefer doing better? Recording your songs in a studio or performing in front of a big crowd?
Actually performing because I hate recording. It's like yeah, talking to yourself and just you can like I don't like obviously making mistakes, but performing in front of an audience is really a challenge, and I like challenges in general.
That's
And
amazing.
if it's something, if that's something that I like singing, yeah, I would do it. I would obviously like take a lot of preparation, but yeah, I would do it. Yeah.
You're only 16 years old, 16 and a half, I guess. Right. So, do you sometimes think about what kind of job you will have in future?
Yes, of course. Actually, looking forward to getting into computer science here at Western University. That is near our house. Well, yeah, near our depart no our apartment. Yeah. So so yeah, maybe computer science or engineering. I'm dealing with both of them. But yeah, so yeah, so I graduate next year and next high school year. So yeah, no, not next year, 2025. I mean the high school year, 2025, 2026. Yeah, so I have time, but yeah, I have already picked courses to either to deal with engineering or computer science. Yes.
So, in your job, will you be dealing with people every day, or basically you'll be
Uh,
working with the computer?
yeah, yeah, both, basically both, because in computer science, like you have to code and code and code, also deal with, because you also work with the technological design workers, and you have to coordinate your ideas with them. And when you are programming, you have to understand what your peers are doing, so you have to understand their work, and and as long as you understand their work, you can actually work well. And also in engineering, like when you are in the workplace or wherever you're working, wherever you're working in, yeah, you have to have a cooperation, because you have to make calculations, because you use a lot of math to do whatever you want, either using computers or I don't know, like building or in a building workplace.
Right.
So yeah, so you need cooperation and also working maybe with computers, because engineering can be like can vary, like because civil engineering, computer engineering, software engineering. Yeah. So, but yeah, you need cooperation. You need a lot of communication with your peers. But yeah, that's actually when you are working or having a job. Yeah.
Got it. I asked you these questions because I wanted to know, how you think about your personality. Like you said, you love challenges, and that's really nice. Um,
Good
Knowing
morning.
yourself and then choosing, hello, Pankuri, and then choosing a job that suits your personality is the key. And if it is something of your interest as well, not only because you're comfortable doing it, but also because it's interesting to you. Hmm. And what about you, Noelia? Have you ever given a thought to what kind of career you want to have, or what kind of job you would be doing, and how it suits your personality, how it challenges you to grow as well?
Um, I think I'm gonna follow the path of nursing. Like, if I would choose like my vocation is something about like arts, like dancing and that kind of style. But the thing is, I will choose like dancing as a second career because for life, it's like my parents always said like do what like whatever you want, but for first choose a career like you're gonna you're gonna go to the university and learn something new, something like that. So I'm following that. So hopefully I like it because I love like helping people, but I think my vocation is dancing and that kind of stuff. But it's okay. Like I can do I can manage helping people. And yeah, and my second career would be like dancing, that kind of stuff.
I guess it's a very smart decision, Noelia, to think of these two things in this way, because as a dancer, I think dancers have a short career, while they're young, and then they have to, kind of
Yeah,
change
yeah, that's
their
why.
field slightly from a dancer to a choreographer or something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
Because you can dance as long as your body supports, because requires you to be energetic and young. Yeah, so it's good that you have to taken it as a vocation, as the second option, and then your first priority is to, be a nurse because you like
uh-huh.
helping people, and this can bring, money. That's important. And then you can follow your hobby as a second job, maybe, in your free
Yeah,
time, or as a second job at weekends, you can just, do something related to dancing. That's nice, actually. Hey, Gonzalo. Hey,
Hi, teacher.
Pankari. So we are discussing, here we just listened to this audio file 3.5. So that made me think if I could ask you guys, if you think about your future. I was just comparing these three ladies, Helena, Jenny, and Christina. They can't have the same personality. They appear different. I mean, not in terms of looks, from their body language also you can understand how different they are as people, as individuals. And I was just thinking, how important it is that you take into account your personality type when you're choosing your career options, career path, you know. So, hmm. Try and be early, guys. I know, the Pankri, it's very difficult for you. It's early morning. When I woke up, it was Still pretty dark outside. I couldn't believe it was already 6. Now it has cleared up a little.
Yeah, it's 6:13. So I'll change my timetable.
Yeah.
Just give me some time to manage.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Even I'm struggling, I said. So it's okay. Gonzalo, try and be a little early, okay?
Sir, I couldn't turn my camera on today.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Pankri.
Thank you.
Gonzalo, what about you? Do you sometimes wonder about what kind of career you would like to have, or would be better for you, Gonzalo? Do you sometimes give it a thought?
Yes, teacher. I want to be finance. Finance.
Finance. You want to be in
Finance.
finance.
Yeah.
Okay. You like commerce, money, numbers.
Because I like the I don't know how to say invest.
Do one thing, say it in Spanish. Alejandro will listen to you, and then Alejandro will try and express it in English, and you will notice the way he expresses it. Okay?
I think I like to talk about investments.
You like talking about investment. That's interesting.
Stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so these are, you find yourself interested in money matters. So you're
Yeah.
thinking that you
Yeah.
want to have a career in this field, in finance. Very nice.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. Okay. So let me play the audio one more time, and then we'll discuss the next exercises.
3.5. First day in a new job.
Gosh, I don't know anybody. Can you help me? Who are all these people?
Well, let's see. That's Nigel. He's sitting at the top of the table reading a report or something.
He's the one wearing the bright blue tie, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And what does he do?
He's the CEO, the man in charge. He runs the show.
The big boss, in other words.
Some days he shouts a lot, but he listens as well. Then there's Edward. He's wearing a light grey suit. He's standing in front of the window chatting to Helena. Edward's the sales director. He's going to China soon. He's charming. He always has a nice word to say to everyone. Helena's drinking a coffee. She's wearing a lovely green jacket and cream silk scarf. She always dresses beautifully.
I can see that. And Helena is the...
Helena's the accountant. Money, money, money. Very bright, very quick.
Okay. And who's that sitting down, talking on her phone?
In the pink jumper?
Yeah.
That's Jenny, the human resources manager, HR manager. She looks after all the personnel. She's a sweetheart. Everyone loves her. Then opposite her is Matthew. He's the IT manager. He's only working here for a few months. He's from our New York office. I don't really know him very well.
Is he the guy working on his laptop in the striped shirt?
That's him. Striped shirt, no tie. He knows everything about technology. He's preparing to give a presentation. And finally, that's Christina, standing behind Nigel. She's his PA.
Sorry, who was that?
Christina, behind Nigel. She's his personal assistant. She organises his diary and the whole of his life, actually. But she helps us too. We couldn't cope without her. She runs the whole place. Can you see the huge dangly earrings she's wearing. She always wears interesting earrings. It's her thing.
Good for her. Right, thanks, Josh. I hope I can remember all that.
Well, they're a very nice crowd. Well, let me introduce you. Hey, everyone. This is Sarah, our new marketing manager.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah.
Okay, now, what's happening in the
3.5.
picture? So we're going to talk about what are the people doing in the picture and what are they wearing. So let's just start with this woman. What is she doing? This is Christina, and she is perhaps taking some notes, writing
It's
something.
writing down.
Writing down something in the
down.
diary. Maybe the boss wants,
Yeah,
the boss
maybe
has to
she's
do.
making reports.
Yeah. Making reports this way, I'm not sure. She's the personal assistant, So the way she's writing, I think it's more like, what the boss has to do in the evening or tomorrow,
Yeah,
the
could be
appointment.
arranging his boss's timetable.
Yes, exactly. And Nigel, the boss, what's he doing in the picture? This is very
He's
interesting.
reading something.
At the top of the table, learn this phrase, guys, at the top of the table. English can be very funny sometimes, A lot of people will think, what? At the top of the table like this? That would be on the top of the table. This preposition on and at, the biggest difference is on refers to a surface. Okay. So when we say Nigel is sitting at the top of the table, and when we are saying Nigel is sitting on the top of the table, they are two different situations. Okay. For example, imagine this guy, Nigel, on this surface, the surface of the table, the top of the table. Then we would say he's sitting on the top of the table. Okay. But because he's not, but has got all his body like this, we can say he's sitting at the top of the table. Got it? So at the top of the table and on the top of the table are totally two different things. You should remember. And on refers to a surface. Okay. So he's reading something. Okay. And what's he wearing? He's wearing a bright blue tie and a suit, of course. And this girl, Christina, his personal assistant, what is she wearing? She's wearing a business suit, the office wear, right?
Office wear
Formal
and
office wear.
yeah, and long, big,
Yes,
dangling earrings.
dangling earrings. Yes, dangling, okay. B, look at B. That guy is who? It's Edward. What's he doing? He's standing in front of the window talking to Helena. And he's wearing a light gray suit. And Helena, what's she doing?
She's having coffee while
Yes,
having a talk with Edward.
right. And she's wearing a green jacket and a green skirt.
And a silk scarf.
Yeah, light green silk scarf. She always dresses beautifully. All right, okay, that was supposed to be said, as part of the answer to question number 3. Anyways, then we have F. Look at F. By the way, it is not a top, it is a jumper. A jumper is another word for sweater, okay? So Noelia and Alejandra, you tell me, which word do you hear more often in Canada? Jumper or sweater?
Sweater, I think.
Sweater is American English and jumper is British English, okay? They're both warm clothes, woolen, to keep you warm. All right, so she's wearing a jumper or a sweater and she's talking to somebody on the phone. And next we have the one person left, and that is Matthew. Matthew's wearing a striped shirt and he's doing something on his laptop. He's sitting across or opposite, okay? He's sitting across or opposite Jenny. You can see they are face to face, right? Jenny, if she turns around a little bit, she will be face to face with, Matthew. So they are sitting opposite each other, and one is sitting across the other, okay, or across the table as well. Now, what is said about each person? Nigel. About Nigel, he shouts a lot, but he listens as well. And what about this lady, Christina? What was said about her? She manages not only, his diary, the boss's diary, she also manages his life, organizes, okay? What is said about this guy, Edward? He always has.
He is famous between people.
Yeah,
Like
and
he's quite popular among people.
Yeah, and he always has something nice to say, right? About
Correct.
everyone. And then what is said about the lady Helena, the accountant? She's bright and very quick. Okay.
She deals with money.
She deals with money. And what is said about this guy, Matthew? He knows everything about technology.
Computer.
Yes.
Yeah, technology.
And Jenny?
She's from New York. Jenny is
sweetheart.
she's a
Everybody
human
likes her.
resource. Yes.
Okay.
She looks after everyone.
There is a sentence in the audio that Matthew is here only for a few months. He's here for a few months. First, I'll ask Pankuri, what do you understand from this sentence, Pankuri?
So like the Hindi you're asking?
Go ahead and tell me if you want, no problems.
वो यहाँ पे कुछ महीनों के लिए है.
Very good. And I would like to tell you guys, I chose to highlight that sentence because I'm going to talk about this very quickly. People compare the two sentences, please. They refer to two different times, okay? He's been here for a few months, looks backwards, and he's here for a few months, looks forward. Everyone, Gonzalo, you understand that as well? He's been here for a few months, backwards, and he's here for a few months, forward. And when I say backward and forward, what do I mean? When I say he's been here for a few months, I'm telling you how long has he already spent here. And when I say he's here for a few months, I'm saying how long he's going to spend here. Okay. No doubts, no confusions. He's been here for a few months. He has already spent a few months here. He is here for a few months, means he will spend a few months here. Okay. No confusions. Pankuri beta?
No, so no confusions.
Okay. Let's move on then. Match a job with a description and a current job. CEO. A CEO is, go on, match quickly. I think you have done it already. It was your task, it was your homework.
For running the whole company.
Yes, a CEO is responsible for running the whole company. Okay. A personal assistant
Make appointments and arrangements.
Makes appointments and arrangements, right? An accountant,
It's is in charge
Is
of
in
the
the
budget.
charge of budget and cash flow.
right? A sales director,
Negotiates prices and contracts with customers.
customers,
Negotiates prices and
right?
contracts with customers.
And an IT manager,
Runs IT support team.
and an HR manager,
Looks after personal and their conditions for employment.
looks after personnel and their conditions for employment. Okay. Current project. Whose current project do you think it is? If who could be buying new hardware right now?
The IT manager.
Right. Who could be recruiting new staff right now?
HR manager.
Right. And HR manager would be recruiting new staff, maybe. Yeah. Who could be preparing to visit customers in China?
The sales director.
The
Sales
sales
director.
director. Okay. And who could be organizing hotel bookings for the sales conference?
PA.
Right. Right. Very good. And who could be writing the annual financial report?
The accountant.
The accountant.
And who could be discussing plans and targets with the board of directors?
The
The
CEO.
CEO.
Right. So the other day we were discussing, Pankuri, why the CEOs are paid so highly. So this is one thing that goes in their favor, that they are the ones who set targets, who have the vision, and the rest of them work together as a team to make that vision a reality, that target possible. So
Yeah,
still,
and
yeah, go
they're
on.
not only responsible, but I think like they are the figure, like they're the one figure that represent them all in the board of director meetings or in
True,
front of the
true,
public.
true. It's more like, being the director of a movie, but somehow still the actors get paid more, more than the directors. So, but here in this case, the CEO is the one who gets, most highly paid. Okay. Read and listen to the conversation, then practice it with a partner. Okay. 3.6. Let's listen.
3.6. What's your job?
What's your job?
I'm a human resources manager.
So what do you do exactly?
I look after the employees and their training and make sure they're happy.
And what are you working on at the moment?
I'm recruiting and interviewing. We're trying to find new staff for our office in Paris.
3.6.
Okay. With the help of this chart, you can have a similar conversation about the other jobs as well. For example, what's your job? And you could say, well, I'm an IT manager. So what do you do exactly? Then you could just, say, okay, actually, I run the IT support team. And what are you doing currently? What are you doing at the moment? Then you could say, well, I'm going to I'm buying new hardware for whatever. Okay. So you can just add things and have conversation like this, but we will do this a bit later. First of all, we are going to make sentences very quickly, exercise 5, which should not be very difficult for you all. Number 1, clause
Comes from
Germany. We
Are coming.
on the 10 o'clock train. We are coming on the 10 o'clock train. Okay. Remember, guys, some people might think of using by. We are coming by the 10 o'clock train. Do you think you will be likely to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. By is used just to mention the mode of transport, mode of transport, okay? That's it. Not for the other details. For example, you're coming by train or coming by plane or coming by car. This is what you can mention using the preposition by. But here you have extra information, not just train, you have the 10 o'clock train. And that's why the preposition by will be a wrong choice here. If somebody says we are coming by the 10 o'clock train, will be considered incorrect grammatically because you're not mentioning only the mode of transport, you're also being a specific, okay? And that's when you should not use by, you should use other prepositions. So we are coming on the 10 o'clock train. The preposition on is a better choice here because we are not just mentioning the mode of transport, we are also being specific which train, the 10 o'clock train. Got it? So now try and avoid saying, I am going by my car. Okay? Because my car is being specific, not just mode of transport. So you better say, I'm going in my car. Got it, everyone?
Sir, I'm going by car.
Yes, because by is used to talk about mode of transport.
Yeah.
Any problems, anyone? You understood the point? By plane, by train, by car, by taxi, and that's it. It's always a two-word phrase, okay? By and the name of the transport. But if you have more, it means you are being specific and you should remove the word by and use something else. Even if you say a train, okay? Even if you say a train, then we are going by a train, on a train. Which is better?
I'm going on a train.
On a train, because by train has to be just a two-word phrase, okay? No, there can't be a third word. So by plane, by train, by taxi, by ship, okay? Moving on to number 2. He, any children?
He does not have any children.
What are you saying? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, sorry, we have to use present simple. I'm sorry.
What did that sentence mean anyway? Pankri.
Sir, I used present perfect.
And what does that mean? He hasn't have any children.
I don't know.
If you are using it in the present perfect, it should be he has never had any children. He has never had any children. He has never had any children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And he doesn't have any children here, by the way. Next. And again, Pankuri, when you say he doesn't have any children, you are stating a fact about the present, okay? He doesn't have any children. But when you say he has never had any children, he hasn't had any children, hasn't had present perfect, then you are talking about his experience in life, okay? Understand that? Present perfect talks about experiences in life. So he hasn't had any children, means he never had one, okay?
Yes,
He
sir.
doesn't have any children, talks about a present fact.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I think I'm sleepy today.
Oh, it's okay, happens sometimes. Next. He, a holiday this year, he's too busy.
He isn't having
He
He
doesn't.
isn't having a holiday. He isn't having a holiday this year. He's too busy. He doesn't plan. He isn't having a holiday means he doesn't plan to have a holiday, okay? He's too busy. Number 3.
I will see the dentist next week.
Yes, I'm seeing the dentist next week. I think I need a filling. And I see what you mean, but I don't agree. I see what you mean. I understand what you mean, but I don't agree. Sometimes you don't understand why somebody's saying something. Sometimes you understand why the other person is saying what they're saying, and still you don't agree with them. Number 4, not think. I have an exam tomorrow, but
I'm
Don't
not
think.
I'm
thinking
not thinking about
it.
it. And I don't think she's very clever, my opinion. The question the discussion we were having about the verb seem yesterday, and the question Noelia raised that negative, which negative is okay? Well, if somebody doesn't seem to understand the problem, okay, it is a statement, general statement, he doesn't seem to understand the problem. But when you put the word not before the action, for example, he seems not to have understood the problem. He seems not to have understood the problem. Okay, then we are emphasizing that particular part, that action, not understanding part. Okay, we are emphasizing that part. That's it. Like I said, they're both okay. One says something in a smooth way. He doesn't seem to have understood the problem. He seems not to have understood the problem. We are emphasizing that not understanding part by putting not there. It doesn't change the meaning drastically or anyway. It's just the nuance changes slightly. Like now you're making a statement. He doesn't seem to have understood the problem. That's why he's saying what he's saying. Okay. And then he seems not to have understood. Okay. So this is preferred in certain situations, right? When you want to emphasize the not and the action rather than the whole statement. For example, he seems not to have eaten anything. He seems not to have eaten anything. Okay. He seems not to have eaten anything for a few days. Okay. He seems not to have eaten anything for a few days. Maybe this sentence sounds okay because you want to emphasize that he hasn't eaten anything. Okay. And that's why not eating action, not eating part is being emphasized. He seems not to have eaten anything. And when you say he doesn't seem to have eaten anything, okay, that's okay, smooth. It also says the same thing, but doesn't emphasize not eating part. It simply emphasizes, it says, it appears that he has not eaten anything. That's it. He doesn't seem to have eaten anything for a few days. I know you guys will still need more on this, but I can tell you only one thing. Keep listening and you will develop a sense for it. Because when the big difference is big, it's easy for the teacher to describe. But sometimes the difference is so subtle, it can be felt, not actually described in words so much. Okay. It is one of those things. Like I'll give you this example, which I gave yesterday as well. I want you not to say a word. I want you not to say a word. Notice where I'm placing not. And I don't want you to say a word. I don't want you to say a word. Okay. So both of them, the sentences expect you or want you to be quiet. Okay. But then when you place the word not before say, I want you not to say a word, you emphasize not saying anything. That's why you're placing it there. This is what you want. What do you want? You want the person not to say a word. Okay. This is what you want. And then you say, I don't want you to say a word. Okay. I mean, it's kind of a little confusing, I understand. But don't worry. It's not going to matter so much because you'll figure it out. Now, check it section. Exercise 6, people. You have to tick the sentences right, wrong, and correct the wrong sentences. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Is it right, wrong?
Wrong.
It's wrong, guys. It's wrong. Correct it, please.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what I'm saying? And why would that be? Because understand is normally not used in the continuous tense because it is not a dynamic verb. It is a state verb, a verb of mind. Okay. So do you understand what I'm saying? Sounds better in English. Again, this is about English. Maybe in your mother tongue, it sounds absolutely fine. You know, understanding, are you understanding the equivalent in your mother tongue? Maybe fine. But in English, it's not okay. In English, you need to say, do you understand what I'm saying? Two, I'm enjoying the course. It's great. Right or wrong?
Right.
Absolutely fine. I'm enjoying the course. It's great. You know, Noelia, in India, people often misuse the word or make a mistake with the word enjoy. They say, I'm enjoying a lot. I'm enjoying very much. Enjoying what? They forget to mention enjoy what. They don't mention the object. They go to a party and they say, I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed a lot. Okay, but what did you enjoy? Okay, Pankuri, I enjoyed the party a lot. I enjoyed the music a lot. I enjoyed myself a lot. Okay, if nothing, then I enjoyed myself a lot. Okay, but enjoy something. It's very, very necessary.
Okay.
I have a student called Apurva. She has been using this such a long time. I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed a lot. It's like, you know, it's very difficult for her to not use this sentence when she wants to say she was very happy somewhere. It just comes out so naturally. I enjoyed a lot. And now I think I'm getting used to it. It just starts making sense. Language, what is it?
Yeah,
Anything you
it
believe
is.
that it means this way, then it will mean that way. So she thinks I enjoyed a lot, means I was very happy there. But the problem is enjoyed needs an object.
So like in conversation, did you enjoy? Yeah, I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, but
And
it's all wrong, you know, because enjoy
okay.
needs an object.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the course. It's great. Number three, what are you thinking about? Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Absolutely. I'm thinking you're really nice.
I think.
I think you're really nice. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
So to express your opinion, you use I think, not I'm thinking. I think you're really nice. Number five, I'm not believing you. You're telling lies.
I don't believe.
believe you.
I don't believe you. You're telling lies. I'm knowing you're not agreeing with me.
I know.
I
I
know you're
know
not
you don't agree
agreeing with
with
You
me,
don't
but that's all
agree
right.
with.
I know you don't agree with me. But that's all right. Number seven, I hear you have money problems.
You're
right.
having.
Right.
Well, I hear you are having money problems. I hear you have money problems. Experiencing. You have money problems. But the thing is, I think, Noelia, this is fine. I hear you have money problems. This is fine because this have is not actually a dynamic verb. You know, this is a possession. You have a headache. You have, a problem. Use of have is for possession. And when have is used for possession, we don't use it in the continuous tense. So this one seems right. I hear you have money problems. We tend to say you're having money problems sometimes, but that's not okay. I hear you have money problems. Let's continue. Number eight, we're so worried. We are owing a lot of money.
We owe.
We owe a lot of money. We
lot
owe
of
a lot
money.
of money. Okay, it's a state verb. It refers to a situation, a condition. We owe a lot of money. We have borrowed money and we are not in a condition to pay them back. So we owe a lot of money. Okay. Well, this exercise 4. Let's do it tomorrow because I really want you guys to, spend a little bit more time with this chart and all so that you guys can feel more comfortable practicing. Okay. So this will be our practice for tomorrow. Right now, we are moving on to active and passive. Very, very important. Read the statistics. Statistics means numbers, basically, okay? Read the numbers, read the statistics. Work with a partner and underline the correct form. Okay, very interesting. Let's see. Everybody will do it on their own. No working with partner. You have to make your own decisions, everyone. There are 7, 8 sentences in front of you on your screen. Decide. Choose the right form. Underline the correct verb form. The average worker pays 27,000 pounds a year. The average worker is paid 27,000 pounds a year. Which sounds okay to you? First of all, understand why we use the passive form, and then we will talk about different forms. Which sounds better, the active or the passive?
The active.
I mean, in all the 9 sentences, Noelia, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, it is not the class of today. Today's class sounds better in English. I know in Spanish you have this structure with of all the time, isn't it? Perhaps the apostrophe doesn't exist in Spanish. Okay, so in English sometimes it can be tricky. Today's class is better than the class of today. Shall we check now?
Yes.
Yes.
The average worker
It's pet.
The
is paid
average
Is paid.
worker is paid
27,000 pounds a year. The average family
pays
pays
Paid.
730,000 pounds in tax in their lifetime. Oh my goodness. Nearly a billion, no, a million, 730,000, a million pounds, nearly a million, 3/4. Number 3, 19% of the workforce
Are
are
employed.
employed
by
Are
the
employed.
state.
state.
19%. 19%. The rest 81% have to be employed either by private sector or they need to be self-employed. Only 19% of the workforce are employed by the state in the US, in the UK, right? And in a poor country like India, it is down to 6%, if I'm not wrong. Only 6% of the workforce are employed by the state. But don't forget, India is a huge country, okay? Huge country, 140 crore people, that is 1.4 billion people. So even if you have 6% of that employed by the state, it's still a huge number. Okay. So no country, no government can give 100% employment to the people there. What it means is they cannot be employed all by the state. It's a good study to do, means what percentage of the workforce are employed by the state in which country. Number 4, the biggest employer is the NHS, National Health Service, with 1.7 million workers. However, many NHS jobs
are being cut
at the
moment.
moment. Okay. The jobs are being cut at the moment. Number 5, the workforce
Makes up
of 53% men and 47% women. Sorry, makes up is not the right choice here. The workforce is made up of 53% men and 47% women. The workforce is made up of 53% men and 47% women. If you say it the other way, for example, 53% men and 47% women make up the workforce. Okay? Got it, people? So the workforce is made up of 53% men and 47% women. It can be a little tricky, because of the phrasal verb makeup and the way it is used. I can understand. Number 6, women
earn on average 9.6%.
Women earn on average 9.6% less than men for full-time work. Wow, that's a huge gap. 9.6%, nearly 10%. Okay, 7, 91% of fathers
take time off.
Take time off after the birth of their baby. 91% of fathers. Okay. Number 8, on average, children aged 8 to 15
are given
£6.35 pocket money for every week. Okay. And 80% of British households
own a car.
And last one, on average, every adult owes
28,900
pounds in debt. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow and we will have more conversations. So guys, I'm sharing this page with you as well. You can go through it. Maybe you can do exercise 3. Okay. And don't forget this chart so that when you come tomorrow, I can ask you to do some practice. Okay. See ya. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
And I'll change my